Hello students, how's you all? So let's start the last form of business organization, that is joint stock company. Till now we have completed the four form of business organization, that is sole proprietorship business, partnership, HUF, cooperative society, and now the fifth one is, and the last form of business organization is joint stock company. So what is joint stock company, or what is a company? Actually, company means it is an artificial person created by law. According to our law, the law considered the company as an artificial person. That's why when we are talking about any company, then we are using the word he, not it. Right? So we can say that a company is an artificial person created by law, having separate legal entity, having separate identity. The company has its separate identity from its owners, from its shareholders. Because whatever the loan we are getting, whatever the if the company can sue or company can file the case against any of the other company, any of the member, any of the shareholder, so we can say that, or according to law, company is considered as an artificial person. That's why the image or the identity of the company is different or is separate from its owners. This is known as separate legal entity. Company is having a perpetual succession. Perpetual succession here means the death, the retirement or insolvency of any of the shareholder in the company will not affect the working of the company. The company will continue as usual. Right? This is known as perpetual succession, because there are company is working on a large scale. I hope that you all have heard and you all have seen the companies. So we can say that there are number of shareholders, there are number of workers in the company. So there is a perpetual succession. If any of the shareholder, if any of the managing director or the board of director will result in insolvency or the death or the retirement, it will not affect the continuity of the business. The business will run as usual. And there is a common seal. Common seal means a common signature, I should say, a stamp. For example, I'm just giving you an example. When you deposit the fees in your school or in the bank, then in that bank, the bank or the school will give you a slip, and that slip is stamped by a particular signatures or the stamp of the school's authority or of the bank's authority. That stamp, that signature is known as common seal. So what is company? Company is an artificial person created by law, having separate legal entity, having different identity from its owners. Perpetual succession means the death, the retirement or insolvency of any of the member will not affect the continuity of the business. And a common seal, because company is an artificial person, because we people are the human beings, we can make the signature by our own, but because joint stock company is an artificial person, so on behalf of the joint stock company there is a stamp, there is a signature of the signatories. This is known as common seal. So this is the definition of joint stock company. Now the next one is features of joint stock company. First one is, I told you that the feature will always come from its definition. Features, first one is artificial person. I told you that it is an artificial person created by law, because law has defined company as an artificial person, so we have to consider it as an artificial person. Right? So it is an artificial person. And why it is known as an artificial person? Because a joint stock company, like a natural person, I should say, like a natural person or like a human beings, it can do certain things like own property in its name, enter into a contract. Whenever we are doing contract with any of the company, with any of the organization, with any bank, then it will always on the name of the company. So enter into a contract, borrow and lend money. If you want to borrow the money from any financial institution, if you want to lend the money to any financial institution or to any person, then it will always in the name of the company, not on the name of the managing director, not on the name of the board of directors, or we can say that not on the name of the shareholders. So we can say that it is just like a natural person. It has also been granted certain rights by the law which is it enjoyed through its board of directors. Second one is separate legal entity. As I told you that it has a separate legal entity. It has a different identity from its owners. The legal identity of a company and its members are separate. As soon as the joint stock company is incorporated, it has its own distinct legal identity. Right? So a member of the company is not liable for the company, and similarly the company will not depend on any of its member for any business activities. Owner and the business or the company both are different from each other. Next one is incorporation. Definitely, if you are running any organization or a company, then you will have to register yourself under the Indian Companies Act 2013. It is 1956, amended in 2013. Amended means certain provisions, certain things has been amended. Changes are there in certain provisions. That's why we are saying that Indian Companies Act 1956 amended in 2013. So if you want to start any company, then definitely you will have to incorporate yourself under the Indian Companies Act 1956 amended in 2013. It is compulsory. Without its incorporation, we cannot even proceed further for the company. Next one is perpetual succession. I told you that the joint stock company is born out of the law. So the only way for the company to end is by functioning of law. So the life of a company is in no way related to the life of its members. The death, the retirement, or the insolvency of any of the member of the organization or the company will not affect the continuity of the company. It will proceed further. Next one is limited liability. They have a all the liability of shareholders of a company is limited. The personal asset of a member cannot be liquidated, cannot be sell out to repay back the debts of the company. As in case of sole proprietorship business, partnership, it is in the case of in that particular form of business organization that in sole proprietorship business, if the sole proprietor businessman has taken the loan from any financial institution, then if he or she is not able to pay off the debts, then the creditors can claim over the personal property of the sole proprietorship businessman. But it is not so in the case of company, because company is an artificial person. It is created by law, right? So we can say that a shareholder is liable, the shareholder's liability is limited to the amount of unpaid share capital. If his shares are fully paid, then he has no liability and the amount of debt has no bearing on this. Or in short, we can understand by this in this manner that the liability of all the shareholders in the company is limited. Next one is common seal. As I told you that a company is an artificial person, so its day-to-day functions are conducted by the board of directors. Because company is an artificial person, he cannot do anything. So on behalf of the company, the managing director, the directors of the company will have to take care of the company. So when a company enters into a contract or signs an agreement, the approval is indicated with a common seal, and that seal is aggravated seal with the company's name on it, right? So no document is legally binding on the company until and unless it has a common seal along with the signatures of the board of directors. And the last one is transferability of shares. As you heard number of times that if you purchase the shares of any of the company, then you can sell the shares of the company from one person to other person. So here you can transfer the shares from one person to other person, right? I'm just giving you a short summary of share, that what is shares. Shares means the smallest unit of total capital of the firm. For example, the 10 rupees is there in lakhs, we can say. And when we divide this 10 lakh into small units, yani ki 1 1 1 1, right? So what does it mean? That one share is of rupees 1. So the smallest unit of capital is known as share. If we have to purchase the shares from the company, as the company needs money, so the public invest their money in the company in the form of share by purchasing the shares from the company. So when we purchase the shares from the company, then if we are in need of money, then we can sell our shares to other person or in a particular market which is known as stock exchange. So we can say that in company there is a transferability of shares from one person to another person.